It's a very interesting draft from both tonight, and I want to welcome all of you to the grand finals of the best random tournament. Right now it's actually looking really close, and that's a hypercharged turret there from Jesse, and Crow jumps in and they're actually able to take the safe down to 19%, and with 10 seconds left, I don't think No Life can get this one back. I don't think they can do anything here. I don't think No Life can do anything here. And both tonight are definitely getting the first game of the day. That was a nice play there from both tonight. Clean Brawlers play. Clean Brawlers play. Throughout this tournament, they've been looking really good. And you guys just remember, this is a randomized tournament, which means all these players, they don't even know each other, you know, but yet they're playing fantastic Brawlers. But anyway, let's see what No Life Zar can do. And now Frank is gonna get stunned there on the Cordelius, and Cordelius has been taken out. But then the train is just hitting the rails, and Jesse's trying to get hypercharge and also super, and now he actually used the super too early. I think that was a bad play there from Jesse, and he's gonna get punished there by the Cordelius. The Frank forced to play defense, but now he's also able to get his super and hypercharge. Gonna be happy about that. Now that's an 8-bit hypercharge, and the turret is going band for band with Jesse's turret, and so many hypercharges going around, and the safe of Bots Unite is down to 20%. What can Bots Unite do? I don't think it's really over, because right now Bots Unite seem to have control, and that's a Jesse turret hypercharge again, and Bots Unite trying to go in, but I think No Life, they know that, yo, we just need to ignore the safe and just push Diaz. Guys, I think we have a final in our hands, and No Life, they're actually able to get a win there in Heist. Looking super interesting. This is looking interesting, and I hope you guys are entertained.
Oh, no, you didn't.
So now supports me. Fuck. Anyway, this is looking really, I want to say it was close, then I saw the percentages, and Bots Unite seems to be doing more damage to the high safe of No Life, and they also have hypercharges. All three of them have the hypercharges, and I think Crow is going to be looking for a super, and that's continues doing aggressive there with the hypercharge, but he gets taken out immediately, and Oxa is able to take out Zar, and that's the safe. The turret just did so much damage to the safe, and it takes it down to 37%, and Oxa still able to take it down to like 33%. And I think the Crow is trying to finish off the safe now. I think he sent his Shadow Realm, so he doesn't know the 8-bit is there. I think now he's gonna realize that, and Cordelius gets gets knocked on the head, and Jesse drops the turret again. And I think they all know hypercharge from Crow, and that should be able to win the game. No, he doesn't, but the Frank is coming in, and he just needs to land the final shots, and that's the final blow there. And both tonight are able to take the first game of the day. Guys, this is the grand finals. I want to welcome all of you to the grand finals, and so far the games have been close, right? The matches have been really close, so for sure we know we have a finals on our hands. And we're seeing Oxa taking the charge for his team. You know, Oxa, the Masters player in his team, so he's taking charge. So remember, there's a poll on your screen. All right, there's a poll right on your screen where you can choose who you think is gonna win. Right now 60% of you have voted for Bots Unite to take the victory, and honestly I don't know if it is like how do I put this, you guys just support who's winning. You know, look at the game and just, who do you think is gonna win? Zar versus Oxa, Frank in Heist, and the Frank won. Jesse in Big 25 and Jesse won. You know, Oxa sees beyond the normal player's comprehension. You know, Oxa they see far basically. So anyway, the next game mode is going to be Brawl Ball. And you know how Brawl Ball goes. It could be very, very fast, it could be very, very slow. All depends. It just all depends, and that's what we're gonna find out right here. And I know these teams, they won't be wasting our time, so pretty soon we're gonna hop into the game. Zah has been to 2 finals, right? Yeah, Zah has been to, I think Zah has to be like, no, did Zah make last finals? Oh yeah, Zah made last finals. It was Chris that was eliminated early. Yeah, Zah made last finals with, I think, KM, right? Yeah, they ended up 2nd place. So he's back here again where he was a couple of months ago, and he's about to get denied again. How nice is that? He's definitely not going to be happy about that. At the end of the day too, Bots Unite were actually moving crazy too last tournament, but they were unfortunate, you know, they didn't make it. So I think Oxa too wants to, you know, he wants the victory. Oxa wants the victory too. I think this might even be the last like 1080 Brawlers tournament for the year. So the next one probably won't even start in January. It'll probably start like February or even March, who knows. So at least you need to not just win, experience every match, you know. So yeah, I think we'll be getting ready for the game soon. And let me just put this out on your screen, and I'll be right back to you. We need to shout out to 1080 and Monster for, you know, making this tournament possible.
Happy boy. Energy.
And we are back with a Brawl game. Now it's Oxa on the call trying. That was actually Spoke on the call trying to do something, and now that's Sandy. He was actually able to get his super early, but I think he's gonna bond here. And Zach going very aggressive, and he's able to actually get the goal in. But United got pushed there, and that's a BB by Zah. Oxa trying to be aggressive, but Oxa gets punished, gets denied. And Zah trying to pinch them from the right side, able to push Killer Hog back, and he has a super. He also has a hyper chat. I think he's thinking of just using everything now. Oxa trying to actually push them back and deny the goal, and he's actually able to take out Zah. But now Ab is actually very low. Spoke is going in, and Killer Hawk is actually able to survive for long. But no, that's gonna be the last goal going in. Whoa, we got finals, man. We got a finals, bruv. We got a finals here. These guys are going back, like, you know, you hit me, I hit you. What you can do, I can do better. That's what these players are doing right here. And so far, it's been good. It's been really good. Now let's see. Abe gets a stun on Zah, but the BB is not gonna be denied like that. And now I shall, if Abe falls here, Zah can actually just get this one in. And I think bots tonight have lost all coordination, because how did they let that happen? And but they have 2 minutes here, and I think they can still do something. But Killer Hawk is getting burnt. Zah uses his super, but now Oxa forced to actually use the gadget going, and that's a 2-man sleep there. But is it gonna be enough? No, Spike is able to take him out, and they just, that's just so fast, man. That was just so fast. And now 1-1, Botsy Night and No Life 1-1, guys. Remember, this is a best of 5. We got the finals here. Zah does not want to be denied. He wants the crown this time around. He wants the crown. He was denied last time, and now the BB peak was just like, it was just too aggressive. Abe could not react. Killer Hawk could not even react. He just got pushed. Oxa tried to do something so many times, but the aggression was just too much from No Life. The aggression was too much. Oxa was trying like, yo, let me try to make a play to slow down the game, but No Life, they're not ready to slow down the game. They were just ready to keep on, you know, going straight in the faces of Bots Unite, and they were successful in doing so. They were very, very successful. Now let me check the poll. I'm pretty sure the poll must have changed. 50-50. What did I say? People just see how the game is going and then they change their votes. Stand on business, bro. Stand on business. Yeah, that's the thing with Brawl Ball. Brawl Ball can be slow. Brawl Ball can be fast. That's the thing about Brawl Ball. I know live, they're ready to make it very, very fast. Ready to end the game right there. Yeah, I know we had like 5 votes, and those 5 votes were 60% to Bots Unite. And then all of a sudden we have 6 votes, but now it's 50% to 50%. Mathematically, it doesn't, add up. Like 1 vote cannot bring everything to. Wait a sec. Could it? 3 people voted for bots tonight. 3 people voted for no live virus. That means before, 3 people voted for bots tonight. 2 voted for no live virus. So the final vote. All right, the mathematics is correct. The mathematics is correct. All right, stand on business. By the way, stand on business. Whoever you think is gonna win, stick to that person, man. Let's see. The caster should not be biased, but looking at this game, I think if no life, if they play locked in, let me use the word locked in, I think they can do something. I think they can do something because the stats of players, right? Like if you look at the player stats, it favors no life virus compared to bots unite. Bots unite, they don't really have players with like better stats compared to no life. So on paper, no life should be wrapping this game up. The bots unite are still clinching to whatever hope that they have they can win this. Anyway, the next game mode is going to be knockout, and I feel like anybody that dies first, right, any team that loses a player first is going to lose. That's my theory here. So we're going to find out in this game. Whoever loses a player first is going to lose. That was a theory. Let's see if I'll be right or wrong. Find out very soon. Will I be right? Will I be wrong? Let's see what bots unite and no live virus can do for us. Oxa on top. Alright, I feel you. I feel you, teamy. Oxa on top. I feel you, bro. I think the players are probably in drafts. I think they should be in drafts. And the map is Bells Rock. So we're gonna see some sharpshooters. We're gonna see throwers as well. But I do think that we could see a crazy draft, especially from Bots Unite. We could see a pick that feels like, yo, why was this picked? I won't be surprised if Oxa tries to do something like that, a crazy pick that could, right here we're expecting, range brawlers, control brawlers. You might even see something like a Frank, I won't be surprised. That's just to tell you, how Oxa and Bots and I move. So I won't be surprised if that was to happen. But anyway, we just need to wait a little bit and the games will start. And while I'm saying that, I want to tell you that the games have actually started. And here we are, 1-1, Bots Unite versus No Life. And that was a nice stab there by Zah. And I think players should already know that Zah loves playing Piper. Well, I guess maybe there are like stronger brawlers that you can ban, so you leave the Piper open for him. Anyway, he gets burnt and he's actually forced to retreat, but you can see that this early he's already able to get his super, and the sprouts, he's actually hitting those shots. And I think Oxa might be pinched here. Is actually able to escape the. Now Zaz open up the walls and he's going to be looking to land some shots. But now Jane has been pinching Killer Hawk, and I think Killer Hawk just needs to step a bit away, and Oxa is able to kill Zah there. That was actually a very aggressive play from Oxa. I don't think Zah saw him coming. And that's a super there from Killer Hawk. That catches everyone, and Abe is able to get the final kill. I told you, whoever loses the player first loses. That's how the rounds will be decided. Lose the player first and you are out. Oxa gets in those shots. Now Abe in a sharp shootout duel with Zah. This is gonna be the best marksman. It's about to be decided here. But remember, Spoke on the Gene already has a super. If he gets a pull, I don't think that person is gonna survive. I think Oxa will be like hoping that he's the one that gets the pull. And now the bell dies to Zah. Now this is a 3v2. Yo, we actually have a finals, man. This is too close. The games are too close here. Can Killer Hawk and Oxa pinch no life virus? I really don't know, especially the fact that this Gene has super, so you can't even hide behind the walls. And Oxa has been taken out, and Killer Hawk is all alone, and he's actually able to kill one. He uses the hyper charge. I think he saw an angle where he could win, and he just wasted his hyper charge on super. I think he saw an angle where he felt he could win, but Zah just got the final shot there. And now he's gonna be without his super and hyper charge. Now Oxa actually dodges one there from Piper, but Piper is going in aggressively, and he's actually able to take out Abe. And Oxa very low. In fact, Oxa already lost 2 teammates right there, and it's already looking like a no life virus win. That was clean there from no life virus. Wow. Felt like Brawlers United were like on the course to victory, but just got denied all of a sudden. But anyway, we're back into the games. We're back into the games. Yo, what the hell just happened? Yo, chat, my screen just went black. My screen went black. My mouse ain't moving. Oh my god, what just happened on the stream? Like, yo, what the hell just happened? All right, I think the stream is still playing, right? But my entire screen right now is oh my goodness, I don't know how I'm going to change the game. All right, we're back, chat, we're back. But anyway, that was no life, discipline, Brawlers United. 8 votes, and we still have a 50% you know, vote on each team. But now no life virus are pinching Brawlers United back, but Killer Hawk is the only one in front, trying to ensure that no life don't cross the line. But Oxa is still forced to tank the shot from Zah, and Zah gets one. Is he gonna be looking for the second one? He's not thinking about it. And now Oxa with the gadget, but he's gonna get denied, but he's actually able to take out Zah while he was at it. Yo, Abe not able to land any shots, tanks everything, gets pulled, and gets sent back to the lobby. And just like that, no life virus. 2-1. 2-1. Get Oxa's team a map. Like I said, on paper, right? No life, they have like better players. Like, you know, this tournament is randomized, so they have better players compared to Brawlers United. So in some of these situations, you could see how no life were actually able to handle themselves. But Brawlers United, they kind of like make some terrible decisions that haunts them. You know, I just hope that they can equalize this, and you know, we get to the 5th game. I think losing the 5th game will be pleasing to any team that loses. They'll be like, yo, we tried our best, you know. But if Brawlers United loses now 3-1, I don't think they'll be happy about it. It's not going to be a like, oh, we tried. I don't think it's going to be like that, because so far they've been like their own enemy. They've been playing against themselves, missing shots, wasting super and hypercharge. Like, you know, in knockouts you have the ability to take your super into the next round, so you waste it and you're already like giving yourself a disadvantage. And I think that's what's happening to bots unite. Careless decisions.
Another day, another life saved.
Bell is going to Piper, bro. You think that guy can play Pearl? He can't play anything. Cook draft. A cooked draft. I don't think it was too cooked. I think it was like too cooked. A good approach could have made that game turn out differently. But it's like, how I put this now, when it comes to drafting, I feel like there's a draft where you know that you are cooked, right? Like you can't even play the game. Nothing you do is gonna work. I feel like that's a cooked draft. Then a draft that is bad is one that your draft is bad, but if you play it in the right way, you could try to force a win. You know, you'd have a bad draft but still try to force the win. And I feel like Boston and I could have forced the win. They just had to play it differently, man. Like they could have forced the win. It wasn't really that cooked. It wasn't that cooked. The bell was not hitting anything. The bell was not hitting anything. Grom, at least Grom was able to get his hypercharge. So I can't say it was not hitting anything. So Grom, even the Sprout was not really doing a lot. Sprout, I don't think I saw a Sprout wall. The Sprout gets super, so I can't remember seeing a Sprout wall. So you get like the matches were just weird. The matches just looked weird. Anyway, we're going into gem grab. Gem grab is a mode where your decision matters. You need bad decision and you could mess the game up for your team, especially if you're the one with the gems. Let's see what bots unite and no life can give us. Pearl is bad this meta. Are you sure? I feel like they could have forced that draft, to be honest. Pearl was actually able to, you know, get like all the time Zard died on the Piper, right? It was Pearl trying to make it play, right? Especially with the gadgets, getting the Borns in. I just feel like they could have forced that draft. The Sprout was not doing his duty, right? The Bell too was not really hitting anything. The Grom was free hitting, right? All of these says that no life, they have the advantage in terms of brawlers, but I still feel like they could have forced something. But anyways, Oxa, he experiments with his draft anyways. I told you that if I say a Frank in that map, I won't be surprised. But anyway, I think this is Hard Rock Mine. Let me confirm. Okay, this double swoosh. So the next map is Gem Grab double swoosh. You definitely see a tank from both unite, 100%. In fact, I would say tank from both sides. I don't know if there's any EU player here for us to see some ping dependent brawlers, but Pearl cannot hold Piper in a straight up 1v1. That's why if you check the kills that Oxa got on the on the Piper. He kind of like waited for a chance to go in. Like Piper missed like some shots. He just pushed in with the gadget, burns her, and boom. The Bell was not really helping out. They had like, in terms of the brawler matchups, it was bad. Like for Bots Unite, it was bad. But if you give, like with the way the draft was, right, if you give a team of like 3 good players that drafts, I feel they can still, you know, win that. Didn't really look that bad, to be honest, for me. You guys might see the game differently from me compared to me, but it didn't really look like. If someone says they cook drafts, you know what a cook draft means to me? Like a cook draft is you cannot do anything, just like when you pick 3 throwers and then on the enemy team you just see like 3 tanks running straight into your face. That's like a cook draft. That's why I see it, though. I could be wrong. I don't know if the way that game turned out, if that's what they are complaining about, but anyway, I guess I'm wrong because the match is about to start. Bots Unite 1, no live virus 2. And here we go. I think that's a Tara. We already have a Tara in this game. Definitely a tank here by Oxa, and also a tank being played by Zarosa into the Ash and Spoke. In fact, we have like 2 tanks for no live virus, and that's a pull there on Oxa, but Oxa going very aggressive. With the Rosa using the hypercharge, goes in on Za, able to get one. In fact, the Mr. P was able to help him secure the second one. And now they're trying to push Ice Shell here. Ice Shell very low. Ice Shell down to like 6 HP. I think Killer Hawk is scared to push in. Oxide just running into the enemy team. Gets it slow there. And that's Killer Hawk. And now Za very low. What's Killer Hawk doing, man? Go for the kill. You're letting the man heal up and actually able to secure it. And that's gonna be 8 gems now. Gets 2-man pool. But tonight we'll be very happy with this one. Oxa's aggression is really helping them out, but I don't think it's going to survive here. I think they know. Now all that just needs to happen to secure this game for both tonight is Tara landing a nice pool. If Tara doesn't land a nice one, in fact Oxa was thinking about it, but he changed his mind. I think the Sandy is looking for a stun. That's a nice pull there, and Oxa is able to clean it up. The Tara lagging, or the Tara beats them. Has to be one of that. Oxa being very aggressive, but I think Bots Unite, to be honest, Bots Unite were able to like narrowly escape that. I don't know why they didn't go for the. They could have picked up like the. Anyway, they had 10 gems anyways. So I won't say it's that bad.
Another life saved.
But I don't know why they're playing like that. They're playing scared. If Oxa is not as aggressive as he is, I don't think Boss Knight is doing anything in this matchup against No Life. The other players are playing too scared. They are playing too scared. Rosa are just punching our way to victory at this point. Za going in for the Mr. P. And now Oxa drop. Mr. P also drops. Tara about to drop. Gets a super in. Catches 2, but auto aim made her waste shots on the pets. Oxa gets a stone, and now he's going in for the Sandy. Able to clean up the Sandy. And now hypercharge in from Oxa, and he's trying to clear them. He's actually able to take down Spoke, and he's still thinking about going in for Za, but Za already used the hypercharge. But then 6 gems to no live virus. It's winning on Sandy. Gets a stun. Za uses the super, but doesn't really get him anything. Abe drops his portal really far away from the gem mine, but Abe is scared to pick up gems. This is what I'm saying. Oxa is trying to make plays right here, but the other team are not able to, are scared to make any push. But now Abe is really too far away, and this might be his due. But Oxa spawns at the right time, but now that's already no life. It's the majority of the gems. 10 gems now, it's no life, and I think they're walking away with this one. And that's it. No life gets that one. Honestly, bots tonight are playing against themselves. They are playing against themselves. Oxa is making those plays, like he's making the plays happen. His teammates just need to, you know, just say okay, thank you, right? Because Za is also trying to do something right with this Ash. He's also aggressive with the Ash, and you're seeing I think that's Ice Shell on the sand there as well. When that push comes in, they also pushing, trying to get a stun. But then on the other side, you don't see both Unite trying to make plays like that. Like look at Ice Shell now on the other side of the map, and he's going for the stun, and that's a two-man stun. Can he catch anybody out? No, he gets punished. And now that's a pull now from Tara, and now Spoke gets hit. Oxa trying to wipe them out, but now that's Zao with the hypercharge, and he's going to pick 4 gems just like that. This is match points. If No Life wins this game, there are going to be champions. But now I think Oxa went in for the wrong target, or is that going to be the right target? I think it actually works because his teammates were actually able to take out the boss star. So now 5 gems on both sides, but now Abe is able to pick up the 6th gem for both Unites. That's a pull, but he doesn't really catch anyone. That's a super already wasted. Is that gonna haunt both Unites? Oxa going on the Buster, pushes the Buster back, and is actually able to get a kill. But now Za trying to be very aggressive here. He has the hyper charge. He's going on Abe. Abe uses the portals, but the portals cannot dodge as shots. So I think that's just a panic use of the super. But Oxa is going to be able to save them, and now Oxa able to catch too. Oxa able to catch, and that's it. Both Unites finally make use of the Rosa aggression, and they are able to take us to a game number 5. Anyway, it's going to be over yet. Spoke trying to catch Killer Hawk here. And guys, we have a set number 5. We have a finals here. Remember this tournament, leading up to this tournament, we were just having 3 zeros, 3 zeros, 3 zeros, 3 zeros. Now we have a set number 5. That Rosa play there to get 2 kills. For it was just beautiful. It was just beautiful. I love Rosa, so anytime I see a Rosa, it makes my heart, you know, leap for joy. That was just beautiful. That double kill right there, securing the gems, it was crazy. And now we're going into set number 5, and that's gonna be Hot Zone Dwelling Beetles. Yo, we have a finals on our hands, man. Crazy game. This guy's going at it back to back. Anybody losing this? Anybody losing this? Guys, how excited are you? Look at the poll. Guys, all of you think Boss United is gonna win this. Okay. We're here for game number 5. I'm so excited. Like, I want to see how this one is gonna turn out. game number 5. Anybody that wins is gonna be champion. It's gonna be champion. And while that's gonna happen, let's shout out to sponsors 1080 and Monster Energy.
Two sips of Monster Energy. One's just. Happy boy.
Yo, shit, I've actually been talking since. Damn. And what I said was Zaxable for the win. That name is hard. If Za and Oxa are in one person, that name is actually hard. But anyway, yeah, I was actually talking about like find a way so we can see draft. I was saying that Macherino has a system, right? So it's if we can, get a hold of that system, we can be able to like host tournaments of Macherino. Basically, we're able to see draft easily. I don't know how possible that is going to be. Right now, it's not really possible. I don't know how possible that's going to be. And then the other way we can see drafts is by telling the player to share their screen, right? And if a player shares his screen, you gotta hope that he has good internet, you know, and his phone is chill, so he won't complain about lag and whatnot. By the end of the day, you could also say share the screen when you are stop sharing, like when you're about to enter the game. You know, that's another approach. But anyway, guys, this is set number 5 for the 1080 Brawl Stars Best Random Season 2 tournament. Whoever wins this is going to be our champion, and we are in a game of Hot Zone. Match points, set number 5, Silver Scrapes. Who's going to win this? Bots Unite on the blue side, No Life on the red. And right now this is 13% for Bots Unite and 25%, 26 even for No Life. And Oxa on the flank, he's able to get into the point. He's not going to be looking for a kill, he just wants to get those percentages in, and he takes out Zar. Zar gets taken out, and Oxa able to break open those walls, and now his team can stop being spawn trapped. And now those are just shots landing there on the meeple. Spook gets taken out, but he's actually able to land the super at the right time, so now his teammate can try to shoot through walls. But now Oxa pulls Ice Shell, and Abe is able to take him out. Zah going in, Zah able to actually clear 3, and that's a nice one there for Zah. He's able to get his teammates now to get hold of the points. Now the Hank looking for who he can catch. Hypercharge now placed in there, but that's a nice one there. Oxa gets a stun, gets a pull, and is going to get the final kill here. But now Hank is going to survive that. Oxa actually wins the 1v1 there against Hank. But that's not the 1v1 he should be winning. He should be focused on the Hot Zone. And now Abe able to clear 2. But tonight, they have control of the point now. Oxa hypercharge, trying to see if he can catch anyone. He doesn't really catch anyone. This is now 68% to 70. Oxa trying to find a stun, but he was denied by Zah. But Killer Hawk able to take out Zah. Hank very low, but that's not really their business. Abe able to snipe out one, and he's trying to get a second snipe. He's able to get it. Now Zah is in a 1v3 situation. There's no way he survives this. He's trying to wiggle his way around, but Bossy Knights are about to win the game, and they have. You guys, Bosch and I are about to win this. What the hell is going on? Is about to lose a finals again? It felt like the Hank was not really doing Hank things. Let's see if the Hank can actually, you know, do something better this game, because the bow was actually hitting those shots. And I think No Live Virus is going to have a different approach to this game, and Oxa getting some heals there, but he actually gets taken out. Now Abe able to come back into the game, and now he's going to drop the mines. I think he dropped the mines at the right spot so he can, you know, get the triggers down, actually break open the walls. Oxa, did he intend to do that? He was going to be looking to break open those walls like he did in game number 1. Anyway, Zah is actually there. Oxa gets a kill. Now they get another kill. Oxa breaks the wall, gets the stun on Ice Shell. Ice Shell trying to use his super there, and is actually able to get it. So now that gives him extra HP. But remember, Zah has a super, Zah has the hypercharge, and Oxa's super and hypercharge gets denied there by the Meeple's gadgets. And Oxa gets a nice snipe there on the Mace. Ice Shell gets stunned. No life. They need to find a way now to get control of this point, because it's not looking good. And now that's some hypercharges going in. Ice Shell gets pushed back now by Oxa. Oxa trying to get a snipe, but Zah is able to deny him. And now No Life, they get control back, and that's a snipe there on Killer Hawk. But still, Bosch Tonight, they have 71%. But anyway, it's not really looking that far. Oxa hypercharge, super clears 2. Sorry, that was Zah. Zah hypercharge and super clears 2. And Killer Hawk is all alone. Now this 78%, 81% now for No Life. I think No Life has insane control at this point. 90%, 95. But now Oxa, can he clear everything? That's 99. They were actually very, very close. Yo guys, set 5 and the final game. This is just too close. We had 3-0 throughout the tournament. just to take us to this moment. The moment of peak Brawl Stars. Peak Brawl Stars, that's what we have here. Peak Brawl Stars. Yo, what the hell is going on? Why am I seeing black? We need the action. No. Hey, yo, we need the action. Yeah. 18% now for no life. But now I'm sure after game 1 hot zone, they thought they had it, but now it's not looking like they had it anymore. In fact, no life are about to run away with this one. 38%. How can Boss United respond? Those shots are connecting right now. 51%, 52, 59. Has Ox given up when it mattered? Why will you give up when it matters? Is his teammate lagging? The moment it mattered, Bots United gave up. And Zah, he was down, but he climbed his way back up. And that's gonna be a tournament win for No Life Virus. 3-2 for No Life against Bots Unite. Very close game. Very close. Went down to the final map, final sets, final everything basically. Bots United has spawned. Damn. That was a nice game from these guys. Really interesting game. They gave us like a good game of Brawl Stars, to be honest. Like from all the 3-0s we saw coming into this tournament, I feel like this was worth it. You know, if we should experience 3-0s and then our finals will be like this, I want it that way. You know, this was a very good game. And shout out to No Life Virus for being your season 2 champions, and shout out to 1080 and Monster for making all of this possible. Shout out to them. So guys, thank you all for being on the stream. Thank you all for, you know, being a part of Brawl Stars Nigeria. And yeah, I don't know how, you know, next year is gonna be, but I feel like this is gonna be the last tournament of 2025. So our finals winners, No Life Virus, Zah. In fact, if you guys want to know who they are, then let me show you who they are. So the winners of this tournament are actually in Team F, right? Just look at the list. Look at Team F right there. We have Spoke, we have Ice Shell, we have The Unknown, and we have Zah. So these guys are actually your 1080 best random season 2 champions. So shout out to them once again. You know, they actually came into this game with a fight. Especially the way the first hot zone match went. Like anybody would have felt like they've lost, but these guys didn't feel that way. 2 casters next time. Possible if you come out of retirement. It's possible. This Oxford team is so horrible. Anyway guys, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to 1080 so that you can also, you know, also 1080 hosts tournaments for not just Brawl Stars. So in case you play games like Call of Duty Mobile, I think there's gonna be like a LAN event for Call of Duty Mobile this year. There should be. So if you want to, you know, come and see your fellow gamers in a hall, like all of you, all gamers, you know, having fun, watching people compete, and, you know, stage, everything, just like, you know, regular esports events. Subscribe to 1080's YouTube channel. Check them out on Twitter, check them out on Instagram, so you just stay notified with everything, you know. I shout out to all of you for being here. Would have loved to see like 50 people watching this tournament, but I don't know. Some dudes prefer to watch Humble and the rest.